How do you fight a driving with a suspended license charge in Ontario? This video is part 6 of this very important topic. You should watch the previous parts where I go through how to fight a driving with a suspended license charge under different circumstances. First, when you just didn't know that you were suspended. Second, when you were suspended because of a small fine. Third, if you drove because of an emergency. Fourth, fighting the charge using the logic that you just can't afford to lose your license for 6 months. And fifth, fighting the charge on the grounds that you didn't commit a crime, so the penalty shouldn't be as severe as they are. I've included links in the description to this video. You should watch them. In this video, I'm going to cover what you absolutely should not do, and that is speak to the judge to explain your situation. On the face of it, this idea makes sense. You have a good reason why you drove while you were suspended. You're sure that the judge will understand that good reason and will either drop the charge or drop the mandatory 6-month driving suspension. Here's the problem. That won't work. And here's why. The judge, or in this specific case, the justice of the peace, does not have the power to drop the charge. It's the prosecutor that has the power. Let me explain. When you're charged with driving with a suspended license, the prosecutor has to decide whether to proceed with the charge against you. And to proceed with the charge, the prosecutor must decide whether your case passes a two-part test. First, whether there is enough evidence to convict you. And with a driving with a suspended license charge in Ontario, it's generally very easy to convict. The second test is whether it makes sense to pursue the charge against you, given your fact situation, as weighed against the consequences of a conviction, which includes a mandatory 6-month driving suspension, and in some cases may result in jail time. If the prosecutor decides to pursue the driving with a suspended license charge as is, that is the prosecutor's decision. And the justice of the peace does not have the legal power to overrule that decision. So explaining your situation to the justice of the peace will have no legal impact because the justice of the peace is not the decision maker at this stage of your case. It's the prosecutor. Message me if you want to have a confidential and free call about your case. There are no bad questions.